Hello and welcome to another Raggy's homebrew video. So, it's been a while since I've done any homebrew. I'll move this out of the way so you can actually see better. So today I'm brewing from St Peters Brewery. I think it's made by Muntons, but I'm not 100% sure. It's their St Peters Plum Porter. So I've made this before, but I've never actually played around with the kit. So there is a reason for that. On the back it says, this beer kit allows you to enjoy the unique taste of St Peters beer brewed with our own fair hand. Brewed with your own fair hand. Got it in the end. Our head brewers included the same quality ingredients as St Peters Plum Porter in this easy to use beer kit. St Peters Plum Porter is dark, sweet, full-bodied beer with background notes of damson and blackcurrant, followed by the fruitiness of the plum in the flavour and aroma. Which I think is true. The instructions are there. Yeah, manufactured by Muntons. I thought it was. There's the instructions. So, yeah, it's a really easy kit. It comes with 2 tins. They're in the sink, in hot water. So, literally 10 minutes beforehand, however minutes you need. Put the tins in hot water. I'll show you, but I don't want to press pause. Beer, Raggy's. I never ever. If I don't swear on the video, I've done well, but I ain't swore yet, so I've done well. But anyway, yeah, you've also got your yeast, premium yeast there. And you've got your Golding's hot powder. So I'll have a look for when that goes in the hot powder. Yeah, you put the hot powder in at the same time as you put the yeast in, so that's dead easy. So it's going to be a bish bash bosh. Here's my fermentation bucket. This is a 20 litre kit, so I'm only going to make 20 litres. So I might get to 21, simply because you always lose a little bit. I've already cleaned it, I've already sterilised it and rinsed it. It's been sat in the shed for a few months, so you know it's always a good idea to make sure that you keep cleanliness and godliness. I've got a nice cup of coffee. Right, kettle's just boiled once. You'd have heard that when I did the first thing. So, like I said, I'm adding a litre of, put that out of the way. I'm adding a litre. I'm adding a bag of sugar to the brew. So a bag and around about half. So just to bump the ABV up. I won't go too far, but these kits from Muntons are some of the best on the market anyway. So, you know, they'll withstand going up. So that's the sugar in. Now I'm praying to God that the tin opener works, because I don't know what it is with tin openers, but we have a terrible bad luck with tin openers. And since I fell at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, this wrist is really suffering. It's not quite 100% yet. It's getting there, but yeah, it's all good fun. So there you can, I don't know if you can see that on camera. It's a real fit. It smells amazing. So I'm going to pour it in. Because I put it in the hot water, it really is much easier to get it in. So I'm now going to pour the hot water into here. This is where you need to be careful. You wear gloves if need be. What I ought to have done is got a spoon or something. And obviously always use plastic, don't use... just give it a good swirl around. So obviously what we want is as much of the much as that lovely juicy stuff to go in the mould, the extract, rather, we'll get it in the end. So it's clean air, if you can see that on the camera. Yeah, it's clean air, but it's not perfect. Awfully light in this kitchen. So I'm actually going to leave that there now. Put the kettle on again. Because it's 20 litres, I'll do 2 kettlefuls. There we go. 2 kettlefuls, and that should, that should give me enough hot water for the temperature at the end. You can follow the instructions to the letter, oh gosh. It's a good idea to follow the instructions anyway, really, but do I follow instructions? No. I'm lethal for it, but I kind of wish they had a pullback lid on. I really do. Hey ho. And again, pour that in. Because I'm waiting for the kettle now, I'll just let that pour in. And it's looking good, it smells amazing. Once I've poured the second kettle in, I'm going to give it a damn good swirl around. I've got my hydrometer somewhere. Which will give us that ABV eventually. So, while I'm still waiting for that one, and as you can see, pretty much crystal clear. Put the lid on the bin, chuck the bin. Now, the instructions are the same if you're brewing for this, but if you're doing it without the sugar. I've only added sugar for my own benefit, as it were, and to give the ABV a little bit of a bump. I can already tell you, it tastes absolutely amazing. You're looking at a 10-day brewing window, depending on how warm it is in your house, and then bottle it. 10-day brewing window, then bottle it. Obviously, you can add a secondary fermentation. You can have a bit of sugar or a drop to your bottle. I always add sugar out. I'm trying to keep things cheap, although Morrison's is rubbish for price of their sugar, £1.19. You're better off going to places like Home Bargains where it's £1. I know it's 20 pence, and if I had known that Morrison's would have been expensive, I'd have gone a different way and gone to Home Bargains. But it's not worth, unless you go in somewhere, it's not worth the hassle, because the cost of petrol. You waste 50 pence in petrol going there, so you haven't really gained. Right, this one's nearly done, so at least then you can actually hear me, and for the most part see me. So, pour it in a few stages, because I don't want to pour it all the way to the top, because for one, it's really, really hot, and not the best thing to do. So, pour this one in for starters. Bayek, that is warm, so something to note. Smell of plum though, oh, it's just amazing. Like I say, it's not a big process, this, isn't it? Oh, it's a bit round up. And the good thing about my videos is you can see all the pitfalls that I have and think to yourself, right, I'm not doing it that way because he just burnt himself. Or something along those lines at least. And there we go, it's just about clean. I'm going to swirl the last bit in. There we go. And there we go, it's pretty much spotlessly clean. Put the lid on and bin it as well. Right, now, there we go. You can just, I don't know if you can see the black. Oh, you can now. Yeah, so I'm just going to give it a stir now and get rid of the sugar. Don't know where my proper spoon is for stirring, so I have to do this with this. So, and obviously we want to keep stirring it until the sugar has dissolved. Literally, once you've got I mean, to be fair, once you've sterilised and cleaned your bucket, this process is literally, well, you see on the camera, around about 20 minutes. 20 minutes to make, what is it, 35 pints, 36 pints of beer. 20 quid for the kit. You don't have to buy sugar to go on top of that. So 22 quid, 36 pints. It's an absolute, and it is proper, decent quality beer as well. It's as good as the beer that comes in the bottle. There's no resistance whatsoever now. Absolutely none. So now, get my jug. And basically it's cold water filling time. Let's get the big jug. And yeah, so we've got to fill it up to 20 litres. So if you've got a little hose pipe, then that's much easier, but I suppose, you know, not all of us posh. We've got them taps with hoses on. Obviously, when it gets to 20 litres, I've done it so many times that I know I can have the hop, you know, the hop and the yeast. But you may want to check your temperatures so you don't knacker your yeast up, just in case. Now, obviously, when I do beer reviews, I'm actually calling out some of these breweries that are using sugar in their beer, but they're commercial breweries. And, you know, I'm not commercial, so I can do whatever I like. I'm not selling it to anyone. But when you're selling it to people, then oof. As you can see, up to 15 litres already. Takes no time at all to get there. So I'm just going to go slightly over 20 litres because you never quite get all what you're supposed to get. So, I'll just find me, get rid of the rubbish. So what are we on? 15 minutes. Like I say, you know, you can. I think I put it in here. Yeah, I can hear it banging around. And obviously this has been washed out and sterilised as well. So I'm going to put it in. And, so put it where there's no foam so I can actually read the proper. So it's coming out. I'd say it's 1075. So that's the starting gravity. Don't ask me what that means when it ends, because one, I've only got one phone at the moment, so I can't even go on the calculator. But yeah, 1075 is the starting gravity. I'll show you the beer. There we go. Yeah, you can see it. There we go. Trust me, it's easier than me trying to. Yeah, I've never got the gist of undoing things, and the phone turns it off all the time on me. So now, if I can find a pair of scissors. These are the things really, you should do all this beforehand, but I'm lethal. So, hot powder, again give it, that's it, just get it away from the top. Not going to stir it in because it'll do its own thing, I'm not worried about it. So again, open that up. It's lovely and less than lukewarm, so it's perfect temperature anyway. And then the yeast, chuck this lovely yeast in, and straight away today, you know, I won't be long before I'm drinking a bit of beer again. Primarily, I've done this because we're going away on October the 17th, 18th, something along those lines. So, there you can see the hops are in, although I might just give that a bit of a thing because them hops look like they're coagulating, if that's the word. But yeah, I'll give it a stir. And basically, I can smell nice bread. So I'm going to leave that to do its thing. Put the lid on. Find out where I've put an airlock. I've got multiple airlocks knocking about. I'm brewing more than one beer today. So, yeah, this isn't the one I was using, but I don't know where I put it. Put it down somewhere. Oh, there. So, put the airlock in. Is that a better airlock? And, yeah. There we have it, St Peters Plum Porter. I'll give updates in a few days' time, how it's looking, how it's cooking, and we'll come back to it at the end and do a review and all that. But it's great to be back on the homebrew again. Cheers on, 20 minutes, wow.